ever pondered over the grim reality of why a multitude of hopeful AI startups crumble, failing to mark their territory in the industry? The culprit lurks in the shadows of daunting financial adversity they grapple with. Let's delve into the pitfall-strewn journeys of two poignant examples: Inflection AI and Stability AI. Both startups initially soared, hoarding colossal amounts. Inflection AI amassing a staggering $1.5 billion, and Stability AI clinching a hard-fought $101 million. Yet, their endeavors to yield a profit were met with relentless struggle. They bore the colossal burden of jousting with tech titans like Google and Microsoft, all the while shouldering the crushing costs of conceiving and upkeeping revolutionary AI technologies. Take Stability AI. It bled millions a month simply on computing costs. Even after securing a lifeline of $50 million from Intel, it remained shackled by the chains of significant financial duress. The hard truth is, even with a war chest of substantial funding, the grip of financial strain can be suffocating, compelling desperate measures such as layoffs, restructuring, or ultimately, the tragic folding of the original business. Consider the chilling tale of Inflection AI. Despite amassing a staggering $1.5 billion from the titans of tech, they found themselves teetering on the brink of fiscal disaster. Conceived in the minds of three battle-hardened AI veterans, Inflection AI was birthed into a world of unyielding talent and relentless expectations. Staffed with a cadre of researchers from behemoths like Google and OpenAI, they embarked on a quest to revolutionize the landscape with their AI personal assistant. Yet even the most lustrous endeavors can stumble and fall. A mere year after the assistant was unleashed on the world, the company's revenue was, to put it bluntly, virtually non-existent, utterly void. Despite the monumental amounts of capital backing them, the revenue necessary to contend with Goliaths such as Google and OpenAI was conspicuously absent. The tightrope walk between technological breakthrough and financial stability was becoming a perilous one. Inflection AI stood on the precipice of a bleak choice. They could continue to pursue funding in a frothing maelstrom of an AI market, or they could capitulate their initial enterprise. They opted for the latter, a bitter pill that underscored the stark significance of revenue generation for fledgling startups, even those cushioned by the deepest of pockets. Ultimately, Inflection AI was swallowed whole by Microsoft, a shattering fate that lays bare the ruthless fiscal realities that many AI startups confront. The journey of Inflection AI reverberates as a harsh reminder of the financial strains that even the most promising AI ventures can endure in this savage dog-eat-dog arena. So what do these hard truths reveal about the financial odyssey of AI startups? Let's not mince words here. The terrain is grueling. The grim anecdotes of Inflection AI and Stability AI unfurl a stark tableau of the staggering financial risks involved. These startups, despite hoarding colossal fundings, found themselves in a ceaseless battle to churn out profits, an indispensable lifeline for any business. The relentless pressure to generate substantial revenue is suffocating, especially when you're jousting in the same battlefield as tech leviathans such as Microsoft and Google. These, armed with their cavernous coffers and exhaustive resources, have the means to endure the marathon, a privilege scarcely affordable to every startup. This imbalanced allocation of resources often results in a Sisyphean struggle for startups, where the ground beneath their feet is forever changing. The fight isn't merely about raking in the revenue, but also about keeping a tight rein on runaway expenses. It's far from unusual for these startups to bleed millions each month on computation costs alone. These hefty outflows, twinned with the relentless demand to innovate and compete, can corner these companies into dire straits, triggering layoffs, restructuring, or even the demise of the original enterprise, as witnessed in the case of Inflection AI. Staring down these formidable challenges, AI startups have no choice but to conjure innovative strategies to generate revenue and stand their ground against the larger corporations, or face the risk of getting elbowed out in the relentless sprint towards the future of technology. It's a grim dog-eat-dog world out there, but also one riddled with infinite prospects. Let's pause a while to observe the other side of this merciless picture: the tech overlords. Armed with the power of heavy investment, they're playing a ruthless game of their own. Take Microsoft, for instance, who has thrown a staggering $650 million into this abyss, a number that spells instant doom for most fledgling startups. The struggling Inflection AI, Microsoft can afford to play the long, grim game. They have the resources and fortitude to withstand the tempest of high costs and meager returns. They've even announced their intentions to construct an AI research fortress in London, a move that galvanizes their dominance in this relentless race. This stronghold will be dedicated to the creation of systems that startups like Inflection AI and Stability AI can merely daydream of cracking. The inequality between the giants and the startups is stark and cold. The overlords, with their endless coffers, have the luxury to explore, experiment, and even stumble before ultimately triumphing. Conversely, startups are perpetually dancing on the edge of a cliff, precariously balancing innovation with the dire need to churn out immediate revenue. The battlefield is cruelly uneven, a stark testament to the grim reality of the AI industry. It's an ominous David versus Goliath scenario, where the startups are left grappling for their metaphorical slingshot. Well, that's a wrap on the financial reality of AI startups. Let's quickly recap what we've discussed in the video. We started by looking at the immense stakes for AI startups, and then dived into the journey of one such startup, Inflection AI. We saw the financial challenges they face, and then contrasted this with the seemingly endless resources of tech giants like Microsoft. The stark inequality between these David and Goliath players in the AI domain is chilling. While the giants can afford to take risks, invest heavily, and even stumble along the way, the startups are constantly on the brink of financial ruin. They must balance innovation with the pressing need to generate immediate revenue. The battlefield is indeed cruelly uneven. But remember, the future of AI is not just in the hands of these tech overlords. It's also in the hands of the brave startups who dare to dream and innovate against the odds. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to stay updated on the latest in the AI and startups world, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. Thanks for watching, and remember, the future of AI is in our hands.